Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Buell Recreational Center in Sharon, Pennsylvania. As tonight we have Penn State University Athletic Conference action as Penn State Greater Allegheny opens conference play against Penn State Shenango. Hi everyone, I'm Zach Ziegler taking you through the action tonight. Honored to be on the first play-by-play broadcast of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. It's going to be a fun night as we take you through this conference opener, and this 2018-2019 season's a big one for the Penn State Greater Allegheny team. They're trying to make the PSUAC playoffs for the fourth consecutive year under head coach Tyler Kerr. They had a lot of success last season, regular season champions in 2017-2018. Unfortunately, the playoff run didn't take them where they wanted to be, but they're determined this year to get back in that playoff race. And this is a team that head coach Tyler Kerr says has more talent than he's ever seen in his career here at Penn State Greater Allegheny, and his expectations are high for his guys this year. And we'll see where it takes them. Zach Ziegler with you here from Sharon, Pennsylvania. Penn State Greater Allegheny on a roll as they get the season started. They're 3-0, but they haven't taken the court since November 10th. Back during the Penn State Greater Allegheny tip-off tournament. That was against Southern State Community College back inside the Wonderly Gymnasium. So we'll see if that rust has any effect. In that game, however, it was their best defensive game of the season. They picked up an 85-60 win and scored 85 points. That was their lowest mark of the season. However, they have been over that 85-point mark in every game this year. They're averaging 108.7 per game, and this offense is lethal. Kenny Rouse, Jordan Payne have really been the catalyst this season, and that's led to some great opportunities for Penn State Greater Allegheny. On the other side for Penn State Shenango, this is a first-year program coming in, trying to make an impact right away. It's the first time Penn State Shenango has had athletics here in the last 20 years, and it's a big accomplishment for the program to be here and be able to get started here in 2018-2019. Head coach Andre Smith getting the program started. He was hired as the athletic director here at Penn State Shenango in 2017. Started with nothing and now has the men's basketball program underway this year and plans for the volleyball program to get started next season. So Penn State Shenango trying to make an impact right away. They've been playing some tough competition here before conference play gets kicked off. They've had two matchups against Point Park. A matchup against Edinboro is their last time out. They lost that one 87-56, but still battled hard against a very good Edinboro team. They were down 43-23 at half were Penn State Shenango. They battled back, scoring 33 second-half points, but it wasn't enough to complete the comeback. They would fall 87-56, led in that game by Gannon Murray, their star off the bench, 21 points in that one, followed right behind by Anthony Bailey Jr. So this Penn State Shenango offense can put up some big numbers, and we'll look a little bit further into that here in a little bit. You're listening to the pregame show as we get you ready for tonight's Penn State University Athletic Conference opener. Penn State Greater Allegheny taking on Penn State Shenango. We'll be right back with more coverage in just a moment. We're back from Sharon, Pennsylvania. You're listening to coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. It's the pregame show as they get ready to open conference play against Penn State Shenango. I'm Zach Ziegler taking you through the action. Penn State Greater Allegheny trying to get off on the right foot in conference play. They're 3-0 already after 3 non-conference matchups against Butler County Community College, Southern State Community College, and CCAC boys. Offense really came through in those first 2 games. They scored 120 and 121 points in those first 2 games, and then 85 in their win over Southern State Community College. So the offense hasn't been a problem for Penn State Greater Allegheny. However, tonight they're going to be without one of their top stars. Jordan Payne not playing today. He's out due to injury, so it's going to be a next man up mentality. And all season we've seen Penn State Greater Allegheny. They get a lot of guys into the game, so that's going to be something we're going to watch tonight, see who can step up and take over that production that Jordan Payne was giving. Payne averaging 22.9 points per game, so that's a big loss for Penn State Greater Allegheny. Guys like Kenny Rouse, George Proda, they're going to have to step up and fill the shoes of Jordan Payne. While we're talking about it, let's take a look at tonight's starting 5 for Penn State Greater Allegheny. It'll be Kenny Rouse, McKees Rivera, Jawan Ledbetter, Antonio Hill, and George Proda taking the starting 5 for Penn State Greater Allegheny. Really looking at those 5, the player to watch is Kenny Rouse. He's been right behind Jordan Payne all year, had a triple-double in the first game against Butler County Community College, and really hasn't slowed down. He's played well on both sides of the ball, a great rebounder. He can shoot from 3, he can shoot inside. He really does it all, and this year he's really focusing on the rebounds. That's something that head coach Tyler Kerr has really challenged him to do this year. He thinks he can be one of the best rebounders in the conference, and Rouse has really taken that to heart. He gets back on defense, gets under the net, try to make those plays, and then gets passes out to his teammates to try to incorporate everyone in the offense, and that's going to be key today. Without Payne in this game, they're going to have to get other people involved in this offense, and Rouse could be key to opening up opportunities for some of his teammates. On the other side for Penn State Shenango, we really mentioned their player to watch is Gannon Murray. He had 21 points off the bench against a very good Division II Edinboro team, and he's going to have to start that again here today as Penn State Shenango plays their first ever Penn State University Athletic Conference game. He'll be looked on. He is joined in the starting 5 by Penn State Shenango by Russell Garapi, Rennell Arcanese, Arthur Jackson, and Anthony Bailey rounding out the starting 5 for Penn State Shenango. And for Penn State Shenango, it's been kind of a revolving door for Andre Smith and his team as terms of the starting 5, but it's been the same sort of guys getting into the game. They've shown an ability to put up points. As we mentioned, they scored 56 against good Edinboro team, and they played Point Park twice very well. So this is an offense that you can't really sleep on here today as Tyler Kerr and his team get ready to open conference play. So we're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll have our final thoughts, and tip-off is just around the corner. You're listening to coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. We're back from the Buell Recreation Center here in Sharon, Pennsylvania, as we have Penn State University Athletic Conference action. Penn State Greater Allegheny starting the conference half of their schedule against Penn State Shenango. I'm Zach, taking you through all the action. You're listening to the pregame show as the starting lineups are being announced right now. As they're being announced, we'll take you through them one more time. First, for Penn State Greater Allegheny, they'll start Rouse, McKees Rivera, Jawan Ledbetter, Antonio Hill, and George Proda. Once again, Kenny Rouse, the guy to watch there. No Jordan Payne tonight, so Rouse is going to be looked on to bring that offensive firepower that Penn State Greater Allegheny is used to, and he's the guy for the job. Second on the team with 45 points this season, and he's done it all this year, so he'll be looked at as the leader tonight for Penn State Greater Allegheny. On the other side, for home team Penn State Shenango, they have Renmel Arcanese, Gannon Murray, Russell Garapi, Arthur Jackson, and Anthony Bailey. And once again, the guy to watch for Penn State Shenango has to be Gannon Murray. He's been their leader offensively, 21 points against Edinboro his last time out. That coming off the bench. Tonight he gets the starting 5 role, as that's been really an evolving door for Andre Smith and his team. So we'll see how Gannon Murray and his team responds in their first ever Penn State University Athletic Conference game. We're just about set to go here at the Buell Recreation Center. The first time these two teams have ever matched up, and Penn State Greater Allegheny trying to get their season started with a bang. They had a good regular season last year with the PSUAC regular season champions before being knocked off in the PSUAC semifinal round of the playoffs by Penn State Wilkes-Barre. They have that bad taste in their mouth, so they're trying to get back to that playoff spot. It'd be the 4th consecutive year that they make the tournament if they're able to do that. Starting 5 getting ready to go on both sides, and we have basketball action for you here tonight. We thank you for joining tonight's broadcast, the first ever play-by-play broadcast for Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. Zach Ziegler here to take you through it all. Part of our new sports broadcasting program, we have a couple students interested in on campus as they can get chances to call play-by-play. And actually, one of the starters tonight for men's basketball, you'll hear tomorrow night, Kenny Rouse going to be on play-by-play for Penn State Greater Allegheny women's basketball game against Point Park. Tip-off for that one at 5 p.m. inside the Wonderly Gymnasium, so be sure to tune back in for that one. So we'll have coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny varsity sports for you all season long. Players taking the court here is going to be George Proda and Anthony Bailey fighting the tip-off. Bailey for Shenango, Proda for Penn State Greater Allegheny. Greater Allegheny wearing their all-black uniforms tonight. Penn State Shenango featuring gray tops and gray shorts. Here's the throw, and we are underway. Kenny Rouse gets the tips, and Penn State Greater Allegheny will be on offense to start things off. Rouse goes to his left, going towards the top of the key, looking for someone to go to. Tries to get Jawan Ledbetter, intercepted by Hill. Ledbetter now to the right corner to McKees. McKees for 2, and he's going to hit it. So Penn State Greater Allegheny starts with a lead, 2-0. Coming down the field, Askernies for Penn State Shenango, being guarded by McKees Rivera. First time these two teams have met up, so Penn State Greater Allegheny early on going to have to try to figure out the playing style of Shenango here. And a pass from Askernies is intercepted by Ledbetter. He's taking it the other way. Ledbetter slips, gets it to Rouse at the top of the key for 3, and Rouse can't get it in there with the rebound for Shenango is Gannon Murray. Coming back up the court is Askernies. Askernies back to Murray. Murray over to Garapi. Garapi in the left elbow, moving towards the center. Gets to Askernies, the free throw line. Back to the left corner to Garapi for 3. He can't hit it. Rebound by Murray, however, puts it up, and he can't make the shot. And we get a travel called here on Ledbetter, so possession will stay with Penn State Shenango. 2-0 early on, 19 minutes to go here in the first half of this Penn State University Athletic Conference opener. Askernies going to take the inbound for Shenango. Gets it out to the Garapi. Garapi at the top of the key, being guarded by Rouse. Goes to his right, gets it to Murray. Murray near the right elbow. Back to the top to Askernies. To the left corner, driving in is Garapi. Garapi gets it out to Murray. Murray makes a move back inside, goes to the left corner, and stepping out is Garapi. Garapi taking the pass from Murray. The Penn State Greater Allegheny gets the possession. They lead 2-0, 18:46 to go here in the first half of this conference opener. Rouse gets it. Taking up past the half-court line. Top of the key, gets it to Antonio Hill. Hill being guarded by Jackson. Hill still has it, gets left to Rouse. Rouse trying to drive in. Left corner to Ledbetter for 3, and Ledbetter can't get it. Rebound there by Garapi, and Shenango coming back up. Askernies driving hard. Goes to the right, gets it to Garapy at the top of the key. Garapy going in, out to Murray. Murray from the left elbow, puts it up for 2. No good. Ledbetter coming in on the rebound, and he's bringing it up the court fast. Ledbetter the one starting for Jordan Payne tonight, so he's getting an opportunity in the starting 5. Started a lot last year, so Penn State Greater Allegheny not really losing anything as Rouse dives in and goes up for 2. Can't get it, gets his own rebound, trying to get to somebody. Gets to Ledbetter just beyond the right side of the arc for 3. Can't get it. Jackson on the rebound. Shenango back in possession. Askernice coming up. Askernice gets it to Garapy. Garapy to the corner to Murray. Murray inside. And a nice defensive play there by Proda to knock the ball away from Jackson. However, Shenango will keep possession. 2-0 Penn State Greater Allegheny leads. 17:49 to go here in the first half of this Penn State University Athletic Conference opener. Inbounded to Jackson. Jackson over to Murray at the top of the key. Murray over to Askernice. Askernice moving to his right, gets it to the corner to Murray. Murray trying to drive in, puts up a 2, and it's going to be good. And we're also going to have a foul here, as it looks like George Proda is going to get the call, and it will be on Proda. That's his first of the day. Proda playing defense in there, tried to get his hands up, but impeded Murray's way to the basket, so it'll bring Murray to the line. Shooting one here, trying to complete the three-point play. Murray's shot is up, and that is good. So Murray gets Penn State Shenango into the lead, hitting the 2, and then the free throw. It's now 3-2 Shenango as Kenny Rouse brings it back up. Rouse driving to the corner, now spins, goes in, shoots it for 2, and we're going to have another foul here. Penn State Shenango getting a little too handsy there. That call going on Garapy, his first foul of the night. That'll bring Rouse to the line. Rouse mentioning one of the top offensive players for Penn State Greater Allegheny early on in this season. Second on the team with 45 points for the first 3 games. Rouse's first shot is up and no good. Bounces right off the back of the rim and falls to the floor. So we'll try it again. Rouse is going to be on the call of tomorrow's women's basketball game at the Wonderly Gymnasium. Rouse's second shot is up and bounces around a little bit before getting in. So Penn State Greater Allegheny ties things at 3 with 17:28 to go. Penn State Shenango will have the possession. You're listening to Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball here on our Penn State Greater Allegheny Athletics YouTube channel, our first ever play-by-play game of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. Zach Ziegler bringing you the action today. We're tied at 3 early on in this conference matchup. Currently stoppage of play as they're wiping up a little wet spot under the net on the left side. That's where Garapy stands for Shenango as he'll inbound. Garapy gets it to Askernice, and we're coming up the court. Askernice past the half-court line, being guarded by Makis Rivera. Askernice going to his left, gets it to Garapy. Garapy just over the left side of the arc, moves to his right, now to the top of the key. Makis Rivera playing tight defense there, gets it to Murray on the left side. Murray inside to Bailey. Bailey gets it up, no good. Jackson, the rebound for Shenango, gets it back out to Murray, and they reset. Askernice over to Garapy on the right side, moving towards the right corner. Gets it over to Jackson. Jackson puts up a 2, no good, as Juwan Ledbetter, nice fight for the rebound there as he beats Askernice, and it's Penn State Greater Allegheny's ball. Ledbetter to the corner to Rivera. Rivera for 3, and no good. Murray will get the rebound. It's still 3-3, 16:42 to go here in the first half. Murray just over the right side of the arc, moves to the top of the key. Murray over to Garapy. Garapy to Askernice on the right side near the corner, driving into the free throw line, gets to Murray, over to the left corner to Garapy. Garapy tries to drive in, and a pass to Bailey goes wrong, but we have a whistle. And they're going to get Juwan Ledbetter on the foul there, his first foul of the day. Second foul for Penn State Greater Allegheny, and that will bring Garapy to the line for Penn State Shenango. Checking in, making his first appearance for Greater Allegheny is Karan Fleming coming off the bench as he'll take over for Ledbetter. Excuse me, no free throws here. It'll be an inbound for Shenango as Askernice is standing on the baseline. Askernice out to Garapy near the volleyball line. He'll reset the offense. Garapy to his left, gets it to Murray just on the right side above the arc. Murray back to Askernice. Penn State Greater Allegheny playing tight defense here early on. That's been their mantra the last 2 games as Askernice puts up a 2, no good. Big George Broda getting the rebound. Gets it to Fleming on the far side of the court. Shoots it from beyond the 3, and he can't get it. Tipped by Rivera, doesn't go in. And Jackson on the rebound as Shenango has possession. 3-3 our score, 15:55 to go here in the first half. Garapi at the volleyball line, getting a call from his head coach, Andre Smith. Gets it back to Askernice at that same spot. Askernice looking for a lane to go. Goes to his right, and he'll get a whistle here. And they're going to get an offensive foul. That one goes on Jackson, his first, team second. Penn State Greater Allegheny gets possession. 3-3, 15:41 to go here in the first quarter. Monte Newsom checking in for Penn State Greater Allegheny, and a timeout's going to be called. So 15:41 to go in the first half. We're going to take a break. Our score, Penn State Greater Allegheny 3, Penn State Shenango 3. You're listening to coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. We're back here on our coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. 3-3 our scores. Greater Allegheny opening their conference play against Penn State Shenango with 15:41 to go in the first half. So very early here, Zach Ziegler bringing you the call. Karan Fleming inbounds to Kenny Rouse, and PSUGA going on offense. Rouse moving to his right, and he loses control of the ball. That one goes out of bounds, and Penn State Shenango will look to take advantage of a little miscue there by Rouse. You don't want to create those turnovers, and big one there by Kenny Rouse as Greater Allegheny will try to get a stop. Garapi inbounds to Askernice, coming up across the half-court line. Antonio Hill coming up to cover. Askernice going to his left, just above the arc. Gets it to Garapi at the top of the key. Garapi over to Murray at the free throw line. Murray going in, he shoots, gets it inside to the new player, Larry Ransom Jr., and Ransom Jr. will get it in there. So it's now 5-3 Penn State Shenango, 15:12 to go. Rouse gets it to Antonio Hill on the right side, trying to move to his left. Tight defense by Shenango. Gets it to Monte Newsom. Newsom to the top of the key to Rouse. Rouse being guarded by Garapi. Rouse to his right, gets it back to Fleming near the top. Fleming for three, and he hits the big three. That gives Penn State Greater Allegheny a 6-5 lead. We're on Fleming getting on the board for the first time tonight. 14:48 to go. Askernice coming up towards the top of the key, being guarded by Hill. Askernice moves to his right, passes to Garapi at the top of the key. Garapi over to Murray. Murray, the free throw line, gets it back to Garapi. Garapi for three from the left corner, and he will hit it. So Penn State Shenango gets back out to the lead. It's now 8-6. Kenny Rouse coming up, gets the inbound from Karan Fleming. Rouse guarded by Garapi, goes to his right, gets it to Antonio Hill. Hill driving towards the right corner, trying to go into the net, puts up a two, no shot, however, as he's called for a travel. That's another turnover for Penn State Greater Allegheny and gives Shenango an opportunity. Up 8-6, just over 14 to go here in the first half. Murray inbounds to Askernice. Askernice coming up across the half-court line. Antonio Hill on the coverage. Penn State Greater Allegheny playing man-to-man here. Tight coverage. Pass from Askernice off the foot to Murray and back to Askernice. A very beneficial bounce there for Shenango. Askernice top of the key, gets it over to Bailey. Bailey inside to Ransom, and Ransom cannot control that one. Good defense there by Monte Newsom, knocking the ball away, and Penn State Greater Allegheny checks over. Check into the game for Shenango will be Braden Martin, his first appearance here today. Fleming gets it to Rouse, and Rouse will set up the offense. Rouse on the left side of the court, coming up the left baseline. Moving toward the top of the key to his right. Now he's driving, gets it to Fleming. Fleming coming in the paint, gets it left corner to Newsom. Newsom for three, and that one's no good. Good fight for the rebound there as Murray comes up with it for Shenango. Murray driving up, gets it over to Ransom. Ransom for 2, and he's going to hit that one. Shenango moves out now to a 10-6 lead, their biggest lead here of the day in the Penn State University Athletic Conference opener. Penn State Greater Allegheny trying to find their way. Kenny Rouse, a deep 3. Monte Newsom right there to get the rebound, puts up a shot, gets another rebound, and stolen there by Ransom, so Penn State Shenango will take over. Murray coming up past the Lion logo. Ron Fleming coming up to play defense here. Murray driving past Fleming, gets out to the left corner, shot for 3, no good. Kenny Rouse on the rebound, he's coming up quickly as Penn State Greater Allegheny trying to move, and Rouse will get bumped here. They're going to get a call, and that will blow the play dead. Call goes on Gannon Murray, his first foul of the day, team 3rd for Penn State Shenango. A couple subs coming in for Greater Allegheny. Jaron Lewis and Colby Hall checking in. On the other side for Shenango checking back in is big man Arthur Jackson. 10-6, just under 13 to go here in the first half. Askernies also checking in for Penn State Shenango. He'll guard Rouse, who's going to inbound here. Penn State Greater Allegheny going with a little more speed here. Rouse gets it to Newsom. Newsom to Fleming just on the left side of the court. To Kenny Rouse at the top of the key. Rouse being guarded by Murray. Monte trying to set up a screen, can't get it. Gets it to Hall on the left side. Back to Rouse at the volleyball line. Rouse moving in over to Hall. Hall at the top of the key. Hall moving to his left to Lewis in the left corner for 3. And no good. Gannon Murray will get the rebound. Shenango coming up quickly here. Monte Newsom on defense. Gets it inside to Jackson. Jackson up for 2. And Penn State Shenango increases their lead. They now lead 12-6. And have been on a roll here. They've scored the last 4 points. Penn State Greater Allegheny trying to find a way to stop this offensive outbreak. A pass from Rouse, and it is broken up by Ransom, but then Ransom loses it. Rouse tipped the ball, goes out of bounds, and Shenango keeps possession. Eron Hammond checking in now for Greater Allegheny, and then for Shenango, John Brown enters the game. First time we've seen both of them. It'll be Askernies inbounding from the right baseline for Penn State Shenango. Askernies gets it out to Brown. Eron Hammond on defense. Brown moving to his right by the Lion logo. Looking for a lane. Gets it out to Ransom in the left corner. Over to Jackson on the inside for the foul line. Puts it up. Can't get it. Good fight there. Jaron Lewis getting down with the rebound. And Greater Allegheny has possession. Karan Fleming gets to the left corner for Eron. Eron for 3. And that one doesn't fall. Colby Hall, nice job getting in there. Back out to Eron on the left side. Hammond goes back now to the volleyball line on the left sideline, now moving to his right. Trying to set up a play, gets it to Monte Newsom. Monte on the free throw line, gets it back to Jaron Lewis. Jaron to Colby Hall. Hall on the left sideline, now the volleyball line, driving to the top of the key, gets it to Karan Fleming. Fleming into the paint, gets it to Lewis. Lewis up, and no good. Jackson comes down with the rebound. Still a 12-6 lead for Penn State Shenango, just under 11.5 to go here in the first half. The Askernies at the Lion logo. Tight defense from Eron here. Trying to make Askernies make a move. Askernies does have the size advantage, but Eron playing well. Gets the pass over to Martin. And Martin steps out of bounds. Karan Fleming pressuring him there on the sidelines. Another good defensive play by Penn State Greater Allegheny causes the turnover. Now PSUGA's offense is looking to take advantage. We have a timeout here called, 30-second timeout, as Penn State Greater Allegheny trying to regroup here. They're down 12-6. Penn State Shenango has scored the last 4 points in this contest, and Greater Allegheny trying to find a way to get the offense going. Jordan Payne, as we mentioned, is out for this game due to injury, so that might be having a little bit of effect on the offensive side of the ball as they're trying to get things together. A lot of passing going on for Penn State Greater Allegheny, but just not able to get that shot as Penn State Shenango is showing some tight defensive play here, and that's stopping the lanes that we usually see for Penn State Greater Allegheny. So we'll see if Tyler Kerr helps his team get an adjustment here as they try to get back into this one. Zach Ziegler on the call for tonight's Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball game, our first ever play-by-play broadcast of Penn State Greater Allegheny basketball. We're happy that you joined us here today on the Penn State Greater Allegheny Athletics YouTube channel, and we're excited to bring you more basketball action all season long. Karan Fleming inbounding to Colby Hall, and Penn State Greater Allegheny coming up the court looking for some offense here. Hall being guarded by Martin, gets it over to Karan Fleming on the left side. Inside to Newsom near the left elbow, gets it out to Hall. Hall driving in, loses control for a second, and then he can't regain. Brown then loses control, and we're going to have a whistle blown here There's a little bit of a scuffle under the net. And the call is going to go against Penn State Greater Allegheny. That one on Jaron Lewis. Lewis's first foul here today. Penn State Shenango ball. Shenango coming up. Askren, he's bringing it slowly past the Lion logo. Moves to his right. Right corner now. Eron Hammond playing great defense here for Greater Allegheny. Gets it inside. Shot up by Ransom. And no good. Jackson comes down with the rebound for Shenango. Can't get the shot up. Gets it down. And Monte Newsom comes for the rebound. Hall driving quickly to the net now on the other end of the court. Can't get it. And a good rebound there for Martin. Really quick action there, but neither team getting on the board. Shenango has a 12-6 lead as we reach the 10-minute mark of the first half. Brown over to the top of the key. Waiting is Jackson. Jackson over to Martin. Martin in the left corner. Martin drives in, puts it up, and we're going to have a foul before that second shot there for Shenango. Andrew Sterator, the ref, with the call here. That one is called on Karan Fleming, his first team third for Penn State Greater Allegheny. And it'll bring to the line Braden Martin for Penn State Shenango. 12-6 Shenango leads here in the conference opener. Martin's first shot is up and good, so they'll increase the lead now to 13-6 as Antonio Hill checks back in for Jaron Lewis, and checking in on the other side is Anthony Bailey for Shenango. Penn State Greater Allegheny finds themselves down here. Penn State Shenango currently on a 5-0 run. Martin's next shot is up, and that one is good as well. So it's 14-6 Penn State Shenango with 10 minutes left here in the first half. Colby Hall coming up the court past the Lion logo. Gets it Antonio Hill just over the left side of the arc. Driving into the left corner to Eron. Eron Hammond for three, and that's no good. Gannon Murray getting the rebound, and Penn State Shenango goes back on offense. Shenango, we've noticed a tight defensive set for them here as they're really causing troubles for Greater Allegheny early on. Murray to the left side to Brown. Brown moving to his right. Goes to the top of the key. Gets to the right corner to Murray. Murray for two. And no good. In there's Bailey on the rebound. Bailey puts it back up. He can't get it. Gets a rebound again. Nice fight there by Bailey. Gets it to Murray inside, and Murray completes it. What a play there by Anthony Bailey. Put two shots up there, fought for his rebounds, and gave his team an opportunity. It's now 16-6. Penn State Shenango. Eron Hammond has it on the right side just beyond the arc. Moves to his left. Tries to get to Fleming. John Brown, a nice interception, and he's going to take it coast to coast. Puts up the two, and Penn State Shenango is rolling now. They're up 18-6. They scored the last 10 points, and Penn State Greater Allegheny trying to find an answer. Hall brings it up as they slow things down a little bit. Moving up the right sideline, driving towards the net. He puts up a two, and that's no good. Ransom in there for the rebound, and it's Penn State Shenango once again. Greater Allegheny's been getting shots off, but just hasn't found the opportunities they've wanted early on. Brown, tight defense there by Greater Allegheny. Gets it out somehow to Martin. Martin for three, and that one will fall no good. Goes out of bounds, and Penn State Greater Allegheny will take over. It's 18-6. Penn State Shenango really controlling these last 5-10 minutes, and they leave 18-6. They're on a 10-0 run, and Greater Allegheny just trying to find a way to stop this offensive run by Shenango and create some opportunities. Rouse coming up the court, gets it to Colby Hall, right side just beyond the arc. Trying to set things up, gets it to Antonio Hill at the top. Hill driving in, puts the shot up, and he makes it, and is going to get an and one there. Antonio Hill, a strong drive. That foul is going to go on John Brown, his first, team fourth for Shenango. And Antonio Hill will come to the line trying to complete the three-point play. Hill, his first season with Penn State Greater Allegheny, a transfer for Penn State New Kensington. Played 3 years at New Kensington before coming to Greater Allegheny. And he's been a big force under the net for Greater Allegheny early on. His shot is up, and that one is good. So that breaks the 10-0 run and cuts the Shenango lead to 18-9, 8:15 to go here in the first half. Murray will bring it up for Shenango, past the Lion head. Murray gets it over to Brown on the left side. Brown to the right to Murray beyond the arc. Right corner to Garapi. Garapi getting guarded by Hill. Back to the top to Murray. Left side to Brown. Brown moves to his right, gets it to the corner. That's Bailey. Bailey across the court to Murray in the right corner. Gets it to Garapi at the top. Back to Bailey in the paint. He's driving against Proda, and he can't get it. Good job there by Proda. Antonio Hill with the rebound, and he's coming up quickly. Loses control, but is poked out by Bailey, so Penn State Greater Allegheny will keep possession. 7:43 to go here in the first half. 18-9 the score, and we're going to timeout here by Penn State Shenango. They lead 18-9. You're listening to coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back in just a moment from the Buell Recreation Center in Sharon, Pennsylvania. We're back here on Penn State Greater Allegheny channel YouTube coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. I'm Zach Ziegler on the Penn State University Athletic Conference opener. Penn State Greater Allegheny against Penn State Shenango. It's Shenango with the advantage here, 18-9, 7:43 to go in the first half. Greater Allegheny has the ball as Hill inbounds to Rouse. Rouse at the top of the key, looking for somewhere to go for three, and he nails it. Kenny Rouse, we talked about it. The guy we're going to be looking to replace that offense that Jordan Payne usually has, and he had that three there. He now has 4 points on the day as Shenango leads 18-12. Pass from Murray at the top over to Brown. Brown moving to his right. Goes to right corner to Murray. Murray trying to drive in. Gets it out to Garapi for three. Now one bounce off the back of the net, and George Proda, a nice play. Rouse coming up quickly past the Lion logo. Rouse driving, gets the two up, and no good. McKees Rivera heads up play to get there, and he puts it back as Penn State Greater Allegheny cuts the lead now to 4. That's Rivera now has 4 on the night, and it's 18-14. Garapi from the top over to Murray to the right corner. Murray to Brown. Brown gets it out of his hands, and Colby Hall gets it driving fast. Hall tries to put it up, and we're going to get a big foul there. As Bailey trying to play defense, he was all over Colby Hall. That'll send Hall to the free throw line. It's Bailey's first foul of the day, team 5th. Colby Hall, his first trip to the line. It's 18-14. Penn State Shenango leads here in the Penn State Greater Allegheny Conference opener. Hall's first shot is up, and that one off the back of the rim, no good. Checking in for Shenango here. Back into the game, going to be Braden Martin and Ramel Askernies. Colby Hall, a junior, had a lot of playing time last year off the bench. Going to be a bigger role this year, playing as the 6th man off of Tyler Kerr's bench. Hall's second shot is up, and that one is good. The Penn State Greater Allegheny gets the lead to 3. It's now 18-15 with 6:46 to go in the first half. And after that offensive spurt by Penn State Shenango, they haven't gotten anything going as Greater Allegheny now on a 9-0 run. Askernies coming up past the Lion logo. Top of the key being guarded by Ledbetter. Gets it right corner to Murray. Back to Askernies at the top. Askernies looking for a lane. Tries to get inside to Martin, but it goes past him to Murray, and Murray capitalizes, putting the 2 through, and it's now 20-15 Shenango. Antonio Hill in the right corner on the offensive side for Greater Allegheny. Gets it into Proda, and big George Proda gets it up and good. That's his first points of the day, and it's now 20-17 as Shenango brings it back up. 6:16 to go here in the first half. Askernies gets to Garapi at the volleyball line. Garapi to the left corner to Murray. Back to Garapi. Garapi to Martin. Martin to Askernies on the right side just above the arc. Askernies into Bailey. Bailey out to Murray in the right corner. Murray, top of the key to Askernies. Askernies for 3, and big Bailey getting up there, getting the rebound. Bailey tries to put it back up, and they're going to get the whistle. George Proda in his face, and Andrew Sterator not going to let that one go. That's Proda's second foul of the day, and it'll bring Anthony Bailey to the line. 20-17, Penn State Shenango leads. 5:53 to go here in the first half. Zach Ziegler here on the call. Bailey's first shot is up and no good. Rolled across the rim and falls to the floor. So the score remains 20-17. Monte Newsom going to check in here for Proda. Proda has 2 fouls, so going to send him to the bench for a little bit. Antonio Hill playing back for Greater Allegheny, almost under the net. He's a guy to watch. Greater Allegheny going to try to get him the ball. Bailey's second shot is up, and that one is good. So it's now 21-17 as Kenny Rouse brings it up the floor. Rouse left corner to Antonio Hill waiting. Hill for three, and he nails it. The offensive play was set up, and Antonio Hill nails it. He now has 6, and it's just a 1-point game. 21-20, Penn State Shenango leads. Garapi gets it right over the right side of the three-point arc. Gets it back to Askernies at the top. Askernies looking for somewhere to go. Gets it back to Garapi on the right side. Garapi driving in. Gets it inside to Murray, and no shot, as they're going to say Murray stepped out. And Penn State Greater Allegheny gets it back, and GA really driving here. Made it a 1-point game after being down by 8 just a little bit ago. Rouse coming up the court just past the line head. Top of the key, gets it to the right side to Antonio Hill. Hill inside to Newsom. Newsom for 2. That one off the backboard. Head up play by Ledbetter. Gets it to Rouse for 3. And no good. Bailey on the rebound. Penn State Shenango takes back over. Gets it to Askernies on the left side. Pass from Murray. Askernies back to Murray on the right side. Murray at the free throw line. Back to Askernies. Askernies for 2. And he's going to hit that one. Penn State Shenango now 23-20 is their lead with 4:53 to go in the first. Rouse coming up the right side, trying to get it back for Penn State Greater Allegheny. Out to Antonio Hill, left corner to Ledbetter. Ledbetter to Rouse back at the top. Back to Ledbetter on the left side, driving to his right, to Rouse on the right just above the arc for 3, and he nails it. Rouse's second 3 of the day. He now has 7 on the night, and it's tied at 23. Murray coming up for Penn State Shenango, trying to set up the offense. Greater Allegheny going into more of a zone defense here. Murray to the left corner to Garapi. Garapi being guarded by Rouse and Newsom. Gets to the top to Martin. Martin out to Garapi, driving in towards the paint. Puts up a 2, and no good. Marquise Rivera gets the rebound. Penn State Greater Allegheny trying to take their first lead of the game. Rivera up, and no good. Murray gets the rebound, and it's still 23-23 as we reach the 4-minute mark here in the first half between Penn State Greater Allegheny and Penn State Shenango. And Murray has it for Shenango. Gets it to Garapi on the right side. Back to Murray at the top. Murray moving to his right. Gets to Martin at the top. Martin to his left. Back to Murray. Ledbetter on defense. Right corner to Garapi. Back to Murray. Murray over to Askernies for 3 on the left side. And Askernies hits it. His first 3 of the day. He now has 5. And it's 26-23. Penn State Shenango over Penn State Greater Allegheny. Rouse slowing things down on the offensive side. Top of the key over to Hill on the left. Left corner to Ledbetter. Tried to get it inside, but Bailey, nice defensive play for Shenango. And then Bailey loses it. Ledbetter takes control. Greater Allegheny's possession to the right side to Hill. Hill for 3, and no good. Murray on the rebound. 26-23, Penn State Shenango leads. 3:08 to go here in this first half. Penn State Greater Allegheny was down by 8 at one point, brought it back to a tie before Shenango took the three-pointer from Askernies to take the lead. Garapi right corner over to Murray. Murray back to Garapi at the top. Garapi over to Murray again in the corner. Murray for 3, and he's going to hit it. So back-to-back three-pointers now make this a 29-23 lead. 6-point lead for Shenango as we reach the 2.5-minute mark of the first half. Rouse moves his left from the top of the key for 3, and that one's not going to fall. Murray gets the rebound for Shenango. Murray playing really well on both sides of the ball for Shenango. So far, he has 12 points in this game, leading the team. He's also did a really good job of rebounding. We mentioned it in the pregame show. He's been the guy to watch for Shenango this season. Murray right corner to Garapi. Garapi moves to his left. Gets it back to Askernies to that same spot. Askernies towards the right corner now. Back to the top to Garapi. Garapi back to Askernies. Askernies from 3 near the right corner, and he nails it. His second 3 of the day. And just like that, it's now 32-23. Penn State Greater Allegheny trying to get back in this one with just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Hill in the right corner gets to Rouse at the top of the key. Rouse over to Ledbetter on the left side on the arc. Ledbetter back to Rouse. Rouse trying to drive in, gets to Hill in the right corner. Hill for 3, and he hits it. Second 3 of the day for Hill. He now has 9, and it's 32-26. Murray bringing it up. Murray gets it to Garapi. Back to Murray. Murray at the volley line. Garapi on the right side gets it to Askernies. Askernies tries to get a pass over to Murray. Tipped by Rouse, and it goes out of bounds. Arkell Sales will check into the game. First time we've seen him for Penn State Greater Allegheny. And checking in for Penn State Shenango is going to be Larry Ransom. 1:25 to go here in the first half. It's 32-26. Penn State Shenango leads over Penn State Greater Allegheny. Askernies takes the inbound from the volleyball line. Sales playing tight defense. Murray has it now on the right side. Penn State Greater Allegheny back to a tight zone here. Murray gets to the corner to Martin. Martin for three, and no good. McKees Rivera gets the rebound over to Kenny Rouse. Rouse bringing it up. Rouse to Antonio Hill. Hill drives in. He puts it up, and no good there. And fight for the rebound. Martin is the one who ends up getting it, and then he gets called for a double dribble. So Penn State Greater Allegheny takes over. 59 seconds to go here in the first half. It's Penn State Shenango 32, Penn State Greater Allegheny 26. And checking in for Greater Allegheny now is Juwan Ledbetter. On the other side for Shenango is going to be Russell Garapi. Juwan Ledbetter just checking in the game. He'll inbound for Greater Allegheny. Gets it out to Rouse. Rouse, top of the key. Looking for someone to go to. Goes to the left corner to Sales. Sales for three, and he hits it coming off the bench. His first points of the game. And now it's 32-29 as time ticking down here in the first half. Penn State Shenango with the lead. 44 seconds to go. Gets it to Askernies just beyond the right side of the arc. Askernies moving back to the top of the key. Gets it to Garapi back at the volleyball line. Garapi tried to get it to the corner to Murray. And once again, Kenny Rouse playing a nice defensive game, knocking that one out of bounds. Talked about in the pregame show, Rouse does it all on this team. Plays offense, plays defense, plays both exceptionally well. Murray gets it to Askernies back at the volleyball line. Askernies moving to his right, gets it to Garapi in the right corner. Garapi inside to Murray, who gets it back to Ransom, and a nice block by Antonio Hill. Getting on top of Ransom and slapping that one out of bounds. 26 seconds to go in the first half, and it's Penn State Shenango 32, Penn State Greater Allegheny 29. Askernies will inbound for Shenango. Penn State Greater Allegheny setting up here from the Buell Recreational Center in Sharon, Pennsylvania. The home for Penn State Shenango. Inbound by Askernies, gets it to Bailey. Out to Murray at the top. Murray for three, and no good. Nice tip there by Bailey. Gets it to Garapi, and Penn State Shenango able to set up again. 16 seconds to go here in the first half. Time ticking down. Murray holding the ball at the volleyball line. Now making a play, goes to his left. Gets it to Askernies, just beyond the arc on the left side. Askernies goes to his right. Gets its corner to Murray. Murray driving in, puts up a two, and it's no good, but we're going to get a whistle here on the court. And it looks like they're going to get McKees Rivera on that one. Rivera's first foul of the day. It'll bring Murray to the line. 32-29 your score, 0.6 of a second to go here in the first half. First shot by Murray is up, and it's good. Murray 2 for 2 so far from the free throw line for Shenango. He leads the way in this one with 13 to this point. His second shot is up, and that one no good. And Rouse gets the rebound as time expires, and we have reached halftime. Your score, it's Penn State Shenango 33, Penn State Greater Allegheny 29. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with your first half recap here on coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. We're back here on Penn State Greater Allegheny's coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. We're at halftime of the PSUAC opener. It's currently Penn State Shenango 33, Penn State Greater Allegheny 29. Zach Ziegler taking you through the coverage of this one today. And a little bit of a rough half there early on for Penn State Greater Allegheny, but they were able to fight back in the half and make this a game once again. They fell down 18-6 at one point, and it looked like Penn State Shenango was going to take this game off and running, but Penn State Greater Allegheny fought back. They went on a 9-0 run, made it a one-point game, would tie things up at 23 with just over 5 minutes to go before Penn State Shenango hit 3 three-pointers, and a three-pointer for Penn State Greater Allegheny got us to our score of 33-29. Take a look at your leaders for both teams. For Penn State Greater Allegheny, it's Antonio Hill leading the way to this point. He has 9, then followed by Kenny Rouse with 7, and McKees Rivera with 4. So the normal guys are getting in on the action, but you're seeing that delay with Jordan Payne out with that injury. That's really affecting the offense. We'll see what adjustments Tyler Kerr can make at halftime to try to supplement and get some more guys involved in the offense. Penn State Greater Allegheny did a good job there at the end of the half. They just got to keep that going as we get into the second half of play. On the other side for Penn State Shenango, it's Gannon Murray leading the way with 11 and Ramel Askernies with 8. Those are the two we're really seeing Shenango try to get the ball to. Murray, pretty good shooter. He's getting in there, getting the shots up, and that's really led to success for him today. And on defense, one of the guys really coming through is Anthony Bailey. He's fighting hard for those rebounds, the big guy for Shenango, and he's coming down with a lot of them. He's playing a great defensive game for Shenango, and he's one of the reasons that Penn State Greater Allegheny is turning the ball over as much as they have here today, as he's getting in there and breaking the ball up. So for the second half, one of the things Penn State Greater Allegheny is going to have to try to work on is limit those turnovers and create some more offensive opportunities for them and their team as they're looking to have some success here in the second half. It's Penn State University Athletic Conference play. These games count now. Penn State Greater Allegheny on the road to try to make their 4th straight PSUAC playoff appearance. We're going to step aside for a little bit at halftime. We'll be back with the second half of coverage for you here on the Penn State Greater Allegheny coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. Stay tuned. Your halftime score, Penn State Shenango 33, Penn State Greater Allegheny 29. We'll be back in just a moment with the second half. We're back here on Penn State Greater Allegheny Athletics, coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. I'm Zach Ziegler, getting ready to start the second half here of tonight's Penn State University Athletic Conference opener. Your score, Penn State Shenango 33, Penn State Greater Allegheny 29. We'd like to thank you for joining us here tonight on our first ever play-by-play coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. Zach Ziegler happy to bring it here for you. And early on, Penn State Shenango really showed their offensive opportunities. They got out to an 18-6 lead thanks to a 10-0 run. They'd been playing some tough competition in the pre-conference games, and that really showed here tonight as their offense really broke out. But then Penn State Greater Allegheny fought back. They went on a 9-0 run there on their own. That made it a three-point game. Things would be tied at 23 before two big three-pointers from Ramel Askernes and Gannon Murray would jump Penn State Shenango back out to the lead, and they currently lead 33-29 as we get ready for the second half. One of the keys to the second half for Penn State Greater Allegheny is going to be limiting the turnovers. They had some big turnovers in that first half that led to points for Penn State Shenango, and that helped them get out to that big lead early on. So that's something they're going to have to cut down on here in the second half if they want to get that lead and get that first conference win. Now, coming into this one, Penn State Greater Allegheny, some regular season success against conference opponents. They've won their last 8 regular season games against conference opponents, trying to keep that going here tonight as they look to get out on the right foot. They have 3 wins already. They're 3-0, but looking to get off on the right foot in conference play. Just about ready to start the second half here from the Buell Recreation Center here in Sharon, Pennsylvania, just about an hour and a half away from the Penn State Greater Allegheny campus. And you can listen to more coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny basketball tomorrow night. The women's basketball team takes on Point Park. You can hear it right here on the Penn State Greater Allegheny Athletics YouTube channel. It'll be Kenny Rouse on the call, his first time on the air, so be sure to tune in tomorrow for more exciting Penn State Greater Allegheny action, and we look forward to bringing that to you throughout the season as we start our sports broadcasting program here on campus. And if you would like to join the sports broadcasting program, contact myself, Sports Information Director Zach Ziegler. You can email me at zlz3@psu.edu, and we'll talk about ways to get you on the air covering Penn State Greater Allegheny sports. Penn State Shenango will start with possession here in the second half. They have a 33-29 lead as it'll be Garapi inbounding, and we are underway as Askernes brings it up past the Lion logo, being guarded by McKees Rivera. Askernes goes to his right just beyond the three-point arc. Back to the top where Jackson waits for it. Jackson gets it back to the volleyball line to Murray. Murray trying to drive in, spins against Ledbetter, gets a pass out to Bailey. Bailey's shot is up, and that is good. We see Bailey do a good job on the defensive side of the ball there. A nice job on the offensive side, fighting for possession and getting the good shot up. Penn State Greater Allegheny trying to respond. Kenny Rouse from the volleyball line goes to his right. Now back to the top to Rivera. Rivera tries to get it inside. Gannon Murray tips the ball away, and Shenango coming up quick. Murray puts it up, and that is good. So Penn State Shenango gets the first 4 points here in the second half. They're out to a 37-29 lead. Kenny Rouse coming up past the Lion logo. Just over 19 to go in the game. Rouse moves to his left, gets it to the left side to Ledbetter beyond the three-point arc. Ledbetter going to the left corner into Proda. Proda at the foul line. Proda trying to put a shot up, looking for someone to go to, gets it to Rouse in the left corner. Rouse moves to his right, gets to the top to Ledbetter. Ledbetter to Rivera at the foul line. Rivera from the foul line for 2, and that one is blown dead. As get the call here from the ref. A foul will go on Bailey, his second of the day. And it'll be Penn State Greater Allegheny ball. Kenny Rouse inbounding from the right baseline. Rouse gets to the left corner to Rivera. Rivera driving in, gets a shot up from the paint and makes it. So Penn State Greater Allegheny on the board here in the second half. It's now 37-31. 6 points on the day for McKees Rivera. Askernes coming up right at the volleyball line. Rivera on defense. Askernes to his right. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets to Murray at the top. Murray back to Askernes in the right corner. Askernes tries to get it in, tipped by Rivera, but back to Askernes. Askernes now into Bailey, and we're going to get a whistle here as it looks like they're going to get Proda again. It's the official talking to Proda about it, and that foul will be on George. It's Proda's third foul of the day, so he's got to watch getting into foul trouble here early in the second half. It's 37-31, Penn State Shenango leads, 18-20 to go in the game. Askernes will inbound to Garapi at the volleyball line. To the left side to Murray. Murray back to Askernies near the Lion logo. Askernies guarded by Ledbetter. Askernies drives in, gets the shot up, and no good. Fighting for the rebound, and it'll be Kenny Rouse that comes up with it, bringing it up quickly on the right side for Greater Allegheny. Rouse towards the corner, now moves back towards the top, gets to Ledbetter on the left side. Ledbetter, top to Hill. Hill looking out to Ledbetter. Ledbetter now driving in, puts up a 2, and that one no good. Rebound by Askernies, and Penn State Shenango takes over. Murray coming up quickly on the right side. Right corner to Garapi. Back to Murray. Now Murray backs up, going towards the volleyball line. Shenango will try to slow things down. 37-31 your score. Penn State Shenango leads over Greater Allegheny. Gets to the left side to Askernies. Askernies near the left elbow. Now moving to his right to the top. Back out to Murray. Murray driving in. Murray back out to Askernies. Askernies from the top goes in for 2. And that one goes up. No good. And a whistle will blow. Coming up with the rebound was Jackson. We'll see what the call is here. And they're going to get Antonio Hill on the foul. Hill's first foul of the day, so Shenango will retain. Markel Sells now checking in the game here for George Proda. Proda, remember, has 3 fouls in this one, so he's in trouble. He gets out of there. 17-18 to go in the game. 37-31. Penn State Shenango leads Penn State Greater Allegheny. Starting the second half, Zach Ziegler bringing you the call. Askernies on the left baseline. Goes out to Garapi at the line logo. Garapi passes to Murray. Murray moving to his right, goes back to the top. Back towards the half-court line. Trying to make a move around Ledbetter. Can't find a lane. Passes to Garapi on the right side. Garapi to the top, now moving to his right. He hands off to Askernies. Great defense by Ledbetter. Moving back and forth with the passes. Garapi gets it in the left corner. Pass inside to Bailey. No good. Jackson jumps up, gets the rebound, but the play's blown dead. And the call will go against McKees Rivera. Rivera's second foul of the day. And that'll bring Anthony Bailey to the line. Bailey has 3 points already today. 37-31 lead for Shenango. Bailey's first shot is up, and that one is good. He now has 4 on the day, and it's 38-31 Shenango. Bailey playing a great game here on defense, really physical under the net, and is getting his opportunities on offense here in the second half. Bailey's next shot is up, and that one is good. So he now has 5 on the day, and it's a 39-31 lead for Shenango over GA. Rouse gets into Markel Sales on the left side. Sales moving to his right, back to the top. Gets into Antonio Hill just beyond the arc on the right side. Hill driving in. He gets a shot up, and we're going to get a whistle dead. As it looks like Shenango is going to take a foul here. And they're going to get Anthony Bailey. Bailey's third foul of the day. It'll bring Antonio Hill to the line. Hill's second trip to the line. He made his only free throw so far. First shot is up, and that one's no good. Hill, the team leader on offense so far, 9 points in that first half, including 2 big threes that were part of that 9-0 run that got Penn State Greater Allegheny back into the game. Hill's second shot is up, and that one falls through, so Penn State Greater Allegheny cuts the lead to 39-32. Antonio Hill is in double digits now, 10 points for the big guard. Askernies coming up past the half-court line. Penn State Shenango leads 39-32. 16.5 to go. Ransom gets it for Shenango in the left corner. Tries to get it across the field. Nice play by Ledbetter, intercepting that one. Gets to Sales coming up quickly. Sales puts the shot up, and that one is good. Sales now has 5 on the night, and the lead is cut to 5. It's 39-34 Penn State Shenango with just over 16 to go. Murray at the volleyball line gets it over to Askernies to the left side just beyond the arc. Askernies across to Murray to the right corner where Garapi leads. Back out to Murray, back to Garapi. Garapi puts it up, and that one no good. Markel Sales fighting for the rebound, and he gets it. Greater Allegheny gets it to McKees Rivera. McKees Rivera for 3, and no good. Rebound there by Ransom, and Shenango takes control again. Garapi on the right side gets it out to the top of the key. Askernies on the left now takes it. Askernies for 2, and that one will fall. Askernies now has 10, and it's 41-34. Penn State Shenango over GA. Rouse up past the half-court line. Gets to the right side to Sales. Sales driving in. Gets it Antonio Hill. Back to the top to Rouse. Ledbetter takes it from the left corner now, and we're going to get a whistle here. Ledbetter goes down hard after trying to take that shot. Be helped up by McKees Rivera. And he looks to be okay as timeout is called. We'll take a break here from the Buell Recreation Center in Sharon, Pennsylvania. 15:28 to go here in the game. And your score, Penn State Shenango 41, Penn State Greater Allegheny 34 here in the conference opener. I'm Zach Ziegler, and we'll be back in just a moment. We're back here on coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. I'm Zach Ziegler taking you through your first play-by-play broadcast. 15:28 to go here in the game, and it's Penn State Shenango 41, Penn State Greater Allegheny 34. Markel Sales will inbound for Greater Allegheny. Gets it to Ledbetter in the corner. Ledbetter back to Rouse at the top. Rouse over to Ledbetter in the left corner for three, and that one won't fall. Askernice gets the rebound, and Penn State Shenango takes over. Askernice gets it to Garapi on the right side. Back to Askernice at the volleyball line. Murray takes it left corner to Ransom. Ransom tries to get it out to Murray, and the ball is tipped. Kenny Rouse gets it, and he'll take it coast to coast. And comes through. That cuts the lead to 41-36 for Penn State Shenango. And Rouse now has 9 on the day. Askernice coming up past the half-court line. 14:54 to go here in the game. Askernice on the right side, top of the key. Looks to the corner, fakes a pass over there, still has the ball. Markel Sells on defense. Gets to the right side to Garapi. Garapi inside to Jackson. Jackson puts it up for 2. Good defense there by Rivera. And Ransom trying to get the rebound. He can't get it. It goes out of bounds. And Penn State Greater Allegheny retains. Ron Fleming checks in for Greater Allegheny. Conference opener 41-36. Penn State Shenango leads Greater Allegheny here. McKees Rivera will inbound. Rivera gets it to Rouse. Rouse letting it roll, picks it up at the half-court line. Sending Hill to the right. Gets it to Sales over there beyond the arc. Sales to Hill near the right corner. Hill driving in to the paint, puts it up, and it's good! Antonio Hill will get the chance to complete the three-point play. Looks like they got Askernice on that foul, his first of the day. Antonio Hill so far in 2 trips to the free throw line, 2 for 3. 1 for 2 his last round. He leads the way in this one so far. That's 12. Shot up and no good. Penn State Shenango gets the rebound. Murray gets it. It's poked out by Karan Fleming, and Shenango will retain. 41-38. Penn State Shenango leads here over Penn State Greater Allegheny. Murray coming up the court, gets it to Garapi. Garapi setting up the offense. Moves Murray towards the right corner. Rouse and Sales on defense. Gets to Askernice on the right side, and it'll go Greater Allegheny's way. As get the call here. We're going to get an offensive foul here. That one on Braden Martin. Martin's first. 14 minutes to go. It's Penn State Shenango 41, Penn State Greater Allegheny 38. Kenny Rouse coming up the court, past the Lion head. Being guarded by Askernice, gets to the right side beyond the arc to Hill. Hill trying to drive in, can't find a lane, puts it up for 2, and he makes it. Antonio Hill is on fire, and it's 41-40. A 1-point lead once again for Shenango. Greater Allegheny trying to get back in it. Garapi right corner to Murray. Murray back to Garapi. Karan Fleming on defense. Gets to the left side to Askernice. Askernice to his right, gets it to Martin. Martin over to Garapi. Garapi backs up, resetting, gets to Askernice on the left side. Moving to the left corner, drives in the paint, puts the shot up, and we're going to get a call here. Shot falls no good. We'll see what it is. They're going to get Kenny Rouse on the foul. Rouse is first of the day. It'll bring Askernice to the line. Askernice having a good day on offense so far for Shenango. He has 10. This will be his first trip to the free throw line. His first shot is up, and that one is good. Penn State Shenango now 42-40 the lead. Penn State Greater Allegheny still very much in this one with 13.5 to go. Askernes going through the motions. His second shot is up and no good. Bailey fighting for the rebound with Hill. It's Hill who comes up with it, and Hill ends up stepping out. Penn State Shenango will get the ball. Good fight there for the rebound. Bailey in there and Hill as well, two battling all the way to the sidelines. Hill got it but then stepped out, giving Shenango the ball. 42-40, 13:22 to go here in the game. Inbounding is Garapi. He gets it to Askernes. Askernes to the left side of Garapi, back to the top to Murray. Murray to the right side to Askernes. Askernes over to Murray. Murray at the volleyball line. Looking to go to his right. Top of the key now moves to left. Gets it, tries to get it inside. It's intercepted by Rouse. Sales open down the other end of the court. Gets the pass. And good defense there by Murray, stopping the offensive outburst. To Fleming, to Rouse for three. And Rouse hits it. Penn State Greater Allegheny takes the lead. It's 43-42 with 12:46 to go. Big three-pointer there by Kenny Rouse. And now a big defensive stand coming. Murray has it at the volleyball line on the right side. Moving to his left. Gets it right corner to Martin. Martin across the court to Askernes. Nice job of staying in bounds. Askernes trying to drive in. Heavy defense by Rouse and Hill. Gets to Martin at the top. And the play is blown dead. We'll see what the call is. So the refs will confer right near the top of the key. This could be a big call here. And it'll be Penn State Shenango ball. Play was blown dead. It'll be Garapi inbounding for Shenango. 12:25 to go. 43-42. GA leads. Marquise Rivera tipping the cross-court pass out of bounds, so Shenango will retain. Once again, Garapi inbounding from the left sideline. And now they'll move it to the right sideline. Garapi crossing court. Garapi gets it to Murray at the volleyball line. Murray moving to his left. Gets to the left corner to Martin. Martin for three, and he nails it. He now has 5 on the day, and the score moves to 45-43. Penn State Shenango leads. Time ticking, just over 12 to go. Sales inside. He gets a shot up, and we're going to have another whistle. Waiting the call. Sales got the pass, moved quickly inside the paint before the whistle, and they're going to get Anthony Bailey. Bailey's 4th foul on the day. It'll bring Sales to the line. Sales so far has 5 in this one. Hit a big three-pointer there at the end of the first half. Sales' first shot is up, and it is no good. Bounces off the back of the rim. 45-43 our score. George Proda checks back into the game for Marquise Rivera. Proda has 3 fouls on the day. That's why he was gone for a little bit. Sales goes through his motions again. Shot is up, and that one is good. So Sales goes 1 for 2 to the line. He now has 6, and it's 45-44. Penn State Shenango leads. Murray inbounds to Askernes. Askernes coming up past the lines logo. Guarded by Sales. 12 minutes to go here in the game. It's 45-44. Shenango leads. Askernes gets to Murray on the right side beyond the arc. Murray back to his left. Gets to Ransom at the top. Ransom to Askernes on the left side. Askernes moves to his right near the line logo. Being guarded by Sales and Fleming. Gets to the corner to Murray. And a travel is called here on Murray. Penn State Greater Allegheny takes over. 11:40 to go now. It's 45-44, and a timeout's called by Penn State Shenango. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball in just a moment. We're back on Penn State Greater Allegheny's coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. 11:39 to go in the game, and it's Penn State Shenango 45, Greater Allegheny 44 in tonight's conference opener. Kenny Rouse brings it up the court. He's at the top of the key for GA. Gets it to Antonio Hill on the right. Hill inside to Proto from the foul line. Proto left corner to Rouse. Rouse back out to Fleming. Fleming for three, and he nails it. Penn State Greater Allegheny takes the lead again. It's 47-45. The three-pointers worked for Greater Allegheny here in the second half, and a turnover by Shenango. Karan Fleming comes up with it, gets it to Sales. Sales thought about a three, now drives in, and he'll get called for a double dribble. Big three-pointer there from Karan Fleming. He now has 6, and it's 47-45. Penn State Greater Allegheny, 11:05 to go in the game. Garapi inbounding from the right side, gets it to Murray. Big defensive stand coming up here for Greater Allegheny. They got to get a stop. Murray at the top, gets it the right side to Martin. Martin back to Murray on the left side. Murray tries to get to the left corner. Askernes, and it's a turnover. Greater Allegheny takes over and a chance to extend their lead. Hill inbounds on the left side. 10:53 to go. It's 47-45. Penn State Greater Allegheny leads. Hill at top of the key driving in. Puts the shot up, and he can't make it through, but the whistle is blown. And we're going to have a foul here. That one coming on Braden Martin. Martin's second of the day, and it'll bring Hill back to the line. Hill so far in this one from the free throw line is 2 for 4. It's his 4th trip. First shot up. That one no good. That one falls. Mentioned Antonio Hill's first year with Penn State Greater Allegheny, a transfer from Penn State New Kensington where he played the last 3 seasons. Hill, right-handed shooter, puts the second shot up, and that one's no good. He's 2 for 6 from the line now. Murray gets the rebound, and Shenango takes over. Gets it to Garapi on the left side. Garapi back to the top to Askernes. Askernes inside to Martin. Ball fumbles around for a little bit, and it's Martin who comes up with it. Gets the pass to Ransom, and Penn State Shenango tries to reset. Driving in is Askernes. Askernes puts up the 2, and he hits it, and we're tied at 47. 10:23 to go in the game. Kenny Rouse coming up. It's 47-47. GA against Penn State Shenango, and the play is blown dead here. It'll stay Greater Allegheny ball. There's an inbound coming from the right baseline. You get a foul there on Larry Ransom. Ransom's first foul. The big men check in for Shenango. Arthur Jackson and Anthony Bailey coming back from the game. 47-47 to score. 10:17 to go here from the Buell Recreation Center in Sharon, PA. Conference opener for Penn State Greater Allegheny, and actually George Proto will come to the line with that last foul. Proto's first trip to the line today. He has 2 points so far. His shot is up, and that one is no good on the 1-and-1. He misses it. Bailey on the rebound. And going coast to coast, a pass to Garapi, and Garapi somehow gets it up, falling down, and Shenango retakes the lead. It's 49-47 as we tick past the 10-minute mark left in this second half. Rouse on the right side just beyond the arc, gets it inside to Proto. Proto looking for somewhere to go, tries to put it up, and there's a whistle blown here. And we'll await the foul. That one goes on Askernes. Askernes is second, and it'll bring Proto back to the line. Proto missed the first shot of a 1-and-1 last time. The senior from Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. Shot is up, and that one is good. Proto now has 3 on the night. He had to sit out a majority of the first part of this second half. He got into foul trouble, had 3 fouls early in this half. 49-48 the lead for Shenango. Proto's second shot, and that one is no good. A fight for the rebound. But we're going to get a foul here on Greater Allegheny. Markel Sales fighting a little too hard on that one. He'll get flagged, his first foul of the day. It's 49-48. Penn State Shenango leads over Greater Allegheny. 9:53 to go in the game. This one coming down to the wire here in the conference opener. Murray inbounds to Askernes. Askernes coming past the line logo. At the top of the key. And guarded by Sales. Moves to his left. Now back to his right, trying to drive in, puts a shot up, gets his own rebound, puts another shot up, and the play is blown dead. Looks like they're going to get Antonio Hill, and they do. Hill's second foul of the day. That'll bring Askernes to the line. Askernies in 1 trip, 1 for 2 to this point. 2 shots upcoming, 49-48. The lead for Shenango over GA. Askernies' first shot is up, and no good. Went in and out. A lucky break there for GA as Askernies will try it again. 9:34 to go here in the second half, and your score, it's Shenango 49, Greater Allegheny 48. Askernies goes through his motion. Shot is up, and that one is good. So the lead now 50-48 for Shenango with just over 9.5 to go. Rouse coming up past the Lion head. Rouse inside to Proda. Proda from the foul line, trying to get something going. Bailey steals it, and Shenango now has possession. Coming up is Murray, gets it to Garapi, who starts slowing things down. Garapi over to Murray on the left side. Murray moves to his right, top of the key. Looking for somewhere to go, goes to Garapi. Garapi driving in from the volleyball line, back out to Murray at the volleyball line. Guarded by Sales. Murray to Askernies, right side above the arc, gets to the top of the key. Out to Jackson. Jackson right corner to Murray. Murray drives in, and they're going to get Murray on a travel. Greater Allegheny takes over. Matisse Rivera checks in. 50-48, Penn State Shenango leads over Greater Allegheny, and another timeout called by Shenango. So we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have more coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball here on the Penn State Greater Allegheny Athletics YouTube channel. We're back from Sharon, Pennsylvania. Coverage of Penn State Greater Allegheny men's basketball. This one coming down to the wire in the conference opener. Just under 9 to go, and it's 50-48. Penn State Shenango leads over Penn State Greater Allegheny. Gets it to Antonio Hill in the corner. Pass into Proda, and no shot here. We're going to have a whistle. And they're going to get Murray on the foul. Murray's second of the day. They'll bring Proda back to the line. Proda, a lot of action from the free throw line here. He's made 1 of his first 3 attempts. Proda's first shot is up, and that one's good. Cuts the lead to 50-49. Conference opener here for Penn State Greater Allegheny. Proda will try it again, the right-handed shooter. Puts it up, and that one's good. So Proda goes 2 for 2 that time, and we're all tied up at 50. 8:42 to go. Murray coming up the court. Murray past the Lion head. On the top of the key, moves to his left. Gets it left corner to Garapi. Garapi driving in, and that one will go out of bounds. But it was tipped by George Proda, so Shenango will retain. 50-50 the score. 8:28 to go. Askernies inbounds from the right sideline. Gets out to Murray near the Lion head. Clock ticks again, just under 8.5. Murray to Garapi at the left side, right beyond the arc. Garapi moving to his right. Gets it left corner to Askernies. Back to his right, Askernies for 3. No good, Antonio Hill on the rebound. Hill gets it out to Rouse coming up the right side. Rouse just beyond the arc on the right. Gets it to Proda at the foul line. Proda inside to Rivera, and it's intercepted. Shenango takes over. Murray coming up quickly past the half-court line. Gets it over to Garapi at the top of the key. Garapi to Askernies just over the arc. Askernies inside to Bailey, and we're going to get a whistle here. And have 1-on-1 opportunity coming up for Shenango. They're going to get Proda. Proda's 4th here. That brings Bailey to the line. Bailey so far 3 for his first 4 from the free throw line. He has 5 points on the day, 50 to 50 our score with 7:53 to go in the game.